Our Lady of the Lake University transformed my life. I had a dream that I was very specific about and very committed to, and I was looking for an opportunity to develop that dream. My dream started as a little girl growing up in Mexico. My stepdad was an optometrist, or is an optometrist. I always, from a young age, really admired what he did for people. I admired the way that people were thankful for his work. So at age 18, I packed up my bags and I came here without any money, just my passport. I was lucky enough to have some relatives living in Laredo, Texas, specifically my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. My father had passed away when I was 2 years old, but I had always throughout the years kept in touch with my paternal grandmother. And so when I turned 18, I knew that she was willing to open the doors for me and help me. When I first got here to the United States, my first task was to learn English. And at the time, the only job that was suitable for somebody who didn't speak very much English were things like being a hostess or being a waitress or babysitting. So I did that for at least a year. It's hard for me to say when I finally became proficient at speaking English because Laredo is such a bilingual town that it made for a very easy transition. But I want to say that 3 years after I arrived in the United States, which is when I was ready to transfer to a 4-year university, I was proficient. I had been at Laredo Community College long enough that it was pretty close to the time when I was going to graduate with an associate degree. And I knew I had to start thinking about the next step in my education. There were maybe a couple colleges or universities that came to the campus, and one of them, grabbed my attention, and that was Our Lady of the Lake University. So when I arrived at Our Lady of the Lake University, I loved the fact that it was small. I felt like I was living in a castle. I realized very quickly how I had maybe underestimated how good of a school it was. And that became quickly apparent when I started to take courses like microanatomy, for example, or which would be histology, or pharmacology. Those are courses that it's material that you would be learning as a first-year medical student or as a first-year optometry student. So the fact that they are teaching you that at a high level in a supportive environment puts you at a huge advantage as an applicant to professional school. And then not only that, but you are developing good relationships with your professors who are genuinely interested in you, who genuinely know you and your strengths. So when it's time to ask for those letters of recommendation, you have people that are not just going to fill in the blank. They're actually going to proudly talk about who you are to that person who's reading that application.